went to Lakeside High School, and they sent students from Hanamaki there every year, a few times, and I was always somehow in a group where we got a Hanamaki student, and we got to hang out with them, eat lunch with them. They were in our classes. I got to speak with them. It was really nice, and I just got very interested. At first it was odd, and then it just got, my curiosity up, and I was like, it would be really wonderful to experience that kind of thing, to experience other people.
In 1956, President Dwight D. Eisenhower founded the National League of Cities, which formed the nonprofit corporation Sister Cities International 11 years later. Today, Sister Cities International represents over 2,500 communities in 126 countries. This organization links similar jurisdictions from the United States with communities from around the world whose objectives are to increase global cooperation, promote cultural understanding, and stimulate economic development. Sister Cities International builds global relationships based on a foundation of essential goals that lead to one hope: world peace. On January 15, 1993, the sister city relationship between Hot Springs, Arkansas and Hanamaki, Japan officially began. Hanamaki is located 300 miles north of Tokyo in the Iwate Prefecture, surrounded by rolling hills and a low mountain range. Like its sister city, there are bathhouses with thermal water supplied by natural hot springs. Hot Springs, known as the Spa City, is 55 miles southwest of Little Rock, Arkansas, nestled in the Ouachita Mountains, and is also known for its natural hot water springs. Another similarity between the two cities is their dependence on tourism. When residents of Hanamaki searched the United States for a sister city, they immediately knew Hot Springs was a perfect match.
Well, I've been to Hanamaki twice, and it has been an absolutely wonderful experience. There are so many similarities between Hot Springs and Hanamaki that when you actually arrive in Hanamaki and driving around the town in certain areas, you think you're driving in Hot Springs. There are certain streets that you can go up that look just like Central Avenue, and then you can go out and see the hot waters and the thermal hot springs.
まず自然、ネイチャー、きれい、緑がきれいで、非常に花がたくさん咲いているというのが印象になりました。で、花を見ていると、岩手花巻に咲いている花と同じ花がたくさんありまして、感動しました。それから気候が温暖というんですか。気候が似ているなという感じがしました。空気もきれい、空は澄んでて、すごくきれいな街になります。
What makes Hot Springs special? It's not the customary services provided by the city, but the unique atmosphere created by its citizens. Sister City International is just one program that is part of the icing on the cake that brings in tourism from all over the world. Delegations from Hanamaki and Hot Springs visit their sister city regularly throughout the year. The many events that are generated from these visits create an increase in volunteerism, tourism, and revenue.
I think Hot Springs has benefited tremendously from the program in that economically it has really helped us in that when our sister city delegation comes here, They're spending money in our hotels. They're spending money in our shops. And so for, each person coming here, they're spending money, just to come and have this experience in our community. So when people think, well, what's the purpose of this sister city? And, some people have misconception that we're just throwing money away and sending officials over there to have fun. That is not what it's about. But it really is about building some relationships, some strong relationships.
I think that the major benefit of having a sister city is not the tourism end of it. It's what the people get out of it. It's what makes both of our cities so special.
I really think that the biggest advantage of having the foundation is that through private funding, we've been able to first start sending teachers who have, some have come and gone and that's the end of it, and some have really developed programs in their schools and sister city schools, and it's happening better and better. And as we've learned how to, pick teachers that have a responsibility to bring back to their schools and about their learning process there and what they've seen, and get the kids excited. Sure, it's great to have people come in and spend their money here, and that's fine and that's good, but really you can't measure the cost benefit of what kids can learn and what teachers can bring into the classroom. It's great.
The Teacher Scholarship Program, which promotes goodwill and understanding between the two cities, allows teachers who are chosen from around Hot Springs to spend a week in Hanamaki.
I took, my classes did 1,000 Cranes, which is the story of Sadako Sasaki, and we researched all of the World War II aspects, but also the Japanese culture. And fortunately, I have a friend who had just come back from Hanamaki, and he had some video and some different things. So we were able to really get to know some of these kids, through the video and the interviews that the time he spent in our class. And it was a result of that's where when we decided to form a sister school relationship with Hanamaki Junior High. Well, through all of that, though, my kids really became much more aware of cultural differences and just global awareness.
Delegation visits and different events that take place during the Sister City journeys cultivate stimulating environments that can be enjoyed by citizens and visitors alike. For instance, in Hot Springs, Garvin Woodland Gardens showcases plants donated by Hanamaki. Citizens of Hanamaki also contributed in the naming and designing of the Garden of the Pine Wood, helped title the Sunrise Bridge, and presented a pagoda sculpture to the gardens. Another product of the exchange is the Hanamaki Permanent Exhibit, dedicated by Hanamaki officials in 2001 at the Hot Springs Civic and Convention Center, which includes contemporary Japanese folk art as well as an authentic deer dancer costume.
There was a monk that traveled from the ancient capital of Kyoto to tell the hunter that you must commemorate this deer's life and pray for it and thank it, as it is an important part of Mother Nature. Now the equipment that they have weighs about 40 pounds each.
The relationship that these two cities have together has not only stimulated both economies and environments, but this intercultural movement has also changed the lives of Hot Springs youth, instilling in them motivation and inspiration.
There's a lot more out there than what we see every day, than what we live in. You know, we have our own little box that we're comfortable in, but step outside of there and there are different people, different places, different traditions, and it's amazing. And if you can connect with something like that, it's real life experience.
Sister schools are implemented by Sister Cities International to encourage collaboration in a younger generation. Relationships exist between Sasmadaini Elementary and Fountain Lake Elementary, as well as Hanamaki Higashi High School and Lakeside High School.
Very much.
Very much.
Very much.
Very much.
After school.
After school.
After school.
After school. Okay, thank you very much.
Each January, Hanamaki sends a student delegation to Hot Springs to explore the culture and have experiences they may never encounter without the help of the Sister City program.
Just to learn about other cultures and see what they do, and then how they come over here and just interact with our culture as well as us with theirs.
We'll be with them all day tomorrow on Sunday, and we plan to join with the Drakes, and we're going to church in the morning, and tomorrow afternoon we're going to go eat probably barbecue, and then we're going to the tower, visit the tower, and whatever else. So we'll spend all day with them.
Everyone in Hanamaki was so polite and so welcoming. It was a great feeling when we got there. It was like we were just at home with our host families and with the city officials we were around and the citizens. It was just a great experience, the whole thing.
I really never got nervous or homesick, because our families were just so great. They were eager to do whatever it took to make us happy. They never said no, so it was really great. I never once felt like awkward or anything like that, so they did a really awesome job making us feel at home. In September of 2007, the first group of Hot Springs students to be sent on scholarship traveled to Hanamaki for the Hanamaki Festival. The Hot Springs Sister City program hopes to make this an annual event.
We're very privileged to get to go. I mean, it was definitely an opportunity of a lifetime for all of us. And we're a special group because we're the first group to get to go on a scholarship. Like, everybody else has had to pay their way to go, even if they were students. It really was like the Sister City program really gave us a wonderful opportunity to go travel to another country and do what we love to do. And we're really excited, and we think that we're forever grateful to the people who donated and the Sister Cities Foundation for making that happen.
Sister Cities International holds a yearly Young Artist Showcase for students all over the world to display their talents. The participants are encouraged to express the mission of Sister Cities International through a piece of two-dimensional art that embodies the annual theme. Creating a valuable and engaging environment, the Sister City relationship between Hot Springs, Arkansas and Hanamaki, Japan builds a much-needed interest in multicultural experiences to promote the first step to peace, understanding.
We learned a lot from Hot Springs, because this relationship was the first close relationship to the United States of America. And many Japanese people have chances to come to the United States as a tourist, but because of the close relationship between Hot Springs and Hanamaki, and that was established by the Sister City Agreement, we learned a lot of original American lives that is really done here in Hot Springs and Arkansas and the heartland of America.
Number one, in my opinion, is that the students and teachers of our community have been able to interact with the students and teacher in Hanamaki. We send students over there and they send students over here, and I think that experience between the two has been a real advantage. The city of Hot Springs has benefited. We have, as we have today, a group that comes almost every few months to our community from Hanamaki. That's an economic benefit to us. We do the same for them. I personally and my wife have been to Hanamaki on 2 occasions over the last 3 or 4 years and just found it great experience for me personally.
Well, I think we were extremely lucky almost 15 years ago when a delegation from Hanamaki came searching for a sister city that they found a perfect match in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Both cities are so similar. We have such a respect for the environment. Our citizens are so similar, although we live halfway around the world. The attitudes of both the citizens of Hot Springs and Hanamaki have such pride in where they live that you just couldn't have 2 cities that were more perfect for each other.
I wish I was in front of you.
So today, we went to our sister's school.
I think I just swallowed a seed. Okay, go ahead.
Today we went to our sister's school.
How do you follow that? Okay. It's kind of dark in here. Cut. Actually, that was a good one.
That's actually
fun.
Yeah.
Crystal, Holly, and I have been a whole cow. Pretty much a whole cow. Every part of the cow on this table. I am telling right now, we are not leaving.
Except the chitlins and stomach.
Which really was not that bad.
And the cow stomach and the cow intestines. The little weird things we're not eating, but everything else.
I think we did. And we done a great job. I've been eating.
It's a hard time around here. As part of